Final Fantasy is a series that means a lot to me and many others in the world, and one specifically that has changed my life, more or less, is Final Fantasy VII. Not the original, I have yet to play that, but Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, and luckily enough, I got to meet some of the people that have made that game come to life, and also made the original come to life about 27 years ago. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Sit back, relax, hear my story of how I met, you know, some of my heroes, you could say, and some other stories that I have from Otakon this year. Otakon 2024. So, boom, Friday, Advent Children Cloud cosplay, right? My plan for Otakon, as you can see in this tweet right here, is my goal for Otakon this week is to meet as many of the FF7 and 16 VAs as possible. That's my only wish. Literally, that was my only wish. The man above, man, woman, whatever above, said, fuck it, take 10 wishes. Fuck it, take 100 wishes. Literally, because that's what happened, which is crazy. So yes, Friday, Advent Children Cloud. We have a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth panel with the devs of the game. So Friday there is the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth panel with the devs. So Endo, Hamaguchi, Kitase with like the translators and whatnot. So that was Friday, and I was like, I gotta go, man. Obviously, I'm gonna want to go to that shit. It was great. This is really the only picture I have from this certain panel, but they just talked about kind of like the game, Rebirth as a whole, whatever. The funny thing is they took a picture. One of the devs took a picture and posted on their Twitter account like, oh, we're at the panel and whatever. And you can see my head in the picture because I was like sitting here looking this way, and the dev took the picture right next to my row. And they asked some questions. They let people ask questions. And one of the questions, which was funny, Clarith and Clawty, so like the shipping stuff. And this is really funny because when they asked like who Lear loves Claire, I think they did they say Clarith? I'm pretty sure it's the ship names, hence why I tweeted out like this. There was some cheers, okay? And then when they asked for Cloud and Tifa, everyone was like, yeah, and the devs made like a noise, kind of like a oh, okay, I understand, like kind of funny, All three of them did, which was hilarious, and everyone laughed. So I don't take part in like shipping and shit. I know it's a big part of the FF7 fandom, which is like obnoxious, but that was pretty funny. I like them all. I like Aerith and Tifa if I had to pick, okay? My favorite. But yeah, that was a great panel. And guess what happened right after it, bro? Guess what happened right after it? I fucking met them. I was like, dude, maybe once the panel's done, because this is a relatively small room compared to a lot of other panel rooms, I was like, maybe they'll hop, like they'll go down and they'll talk, like, you know, just ask for pictures, or you can just say hello, and they fucking did. So they walked down, they stood right here, and a lot of people got up and left, and there was like, you know, some people in line to meet them. I was like, holy fuck, we can actually say hello to them. And so it was obviously Endo, Hamaguchi, Kitase standing there, and I was like, dude, I have to. So I walked up, I got in line. Also, Gene Park was there, by the way. I didn't actually follow him on Twitter when I tweeted this out. I was like, holy fuck, I don't even follow this guy because I see his tweets all the time. He's pretty cool. And I got to meet him as well. I didn't meet him yet, though. That's later in the story. But I saw him say hello to the devs. And he walked away, and I was like, fuck, Gene Park's here. That's pretty sick. Hopefully, I can meet him during the day. So I tweeted this out. Boom. But I walk up to them, bro. I fucking walk up to them, dude. And so the translator's like right here. And I told the translator lady, I was like, oh, thank you for like your translation. Like, that is a dream job of mine, whatever, just to say thank you to her, because, you know, she probably appreciates it. But I got to fucking meet them, dude. It was so cool. It was so cool. So there's three standing there, and I walk up. I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to say? Like, what do I say to these people? Like, this is fucking crazy. Like, the remake and rebirth, like, means so much to me. Like, it's done so much. So I try to speak Japanese, because I'm like, wow, I was like, this is why I've studied the language for 4 or 5 years at this point almost. I'm like, wow, time to actually like say something to them. And I walk up and I'm like, I'm shaking. I'm fucking shaking like crazy. And I'm like, and so I say in Japanese, I'm like, I'm really nervous right now, but thank you for everything. And can I please get a picture? And so I say it like very badly because, one, I'm nervous to talk to these guys in the first place. So if I spoke English, I would flub my words. And now I'm speaking Japanese, so we're getting like double the fuck up right now. So I'm scared, like worried, and I mumble it, and they're like like they huh, and they like go closer. I'm like, fuck. So I just said, can I please get a picture? And then we got a picture. I didn't say it like that. I sounded like an asshole right there, but I was like, yeah, can I have a picture, please? And then the person asked them. And so we got a pic, dude. And I was like, okay, how am I going to get a picture with these guys? Like, I have this big-ass sword. So I just squatted down in front of them and to hold the sword. And they laughed at it, which was pretty funny. But it was so cool. It was so cool, man. Like, that's Endo. That's obviously Kitase. It's Hamaguchi. But it was like I took that picture and I was like, this is amazing. This is amazing. Like, who would have thought that I could meet the guy, fucking dude, the original game, battle director, remake and rebirth combat is like the best. Like, some of the best, my favorite combat in a game. Not the best, but like, it's up there. I think it's phenomenal. Rebirth specifically is just like so good. And then fucking Kitase, bro. I mean, Hamaguchi. Like, Hamaguchi's voice is so ingrained in my mind from the amount of interviews and fucking like dev panels that I've heard over the years with this guy. And so when he speaks, it's like neurons activate. Like, it's so weird because I was listening to him. I was like, dude, this guy's voice I've heard so much over the past like 4 or 5 years. 4 years. Obviously, especially recently with all the rebirth stuff that's come out. But yeah, I gotta take a picture with them. It's my lock screen now on my phone. I was shaking. You know, I walked away. I walked out of the room and I walked down to the con area to like walk back up to, you know, kind of see what the rest of the day's got going. And like, I almost cried, dude. So like Otakon, the Walter E. Washington Convention Center, it's pretty damn big. And when you walk in and you go up steps, there's like this main kind of area that a lot of people stand around with cosplay with a lot of big props because it's the most open spot. And I'm walking up these steps, right? It's a beautiful day out, by the way. It's very sunny. It's hot as fuck, but it's very sunny. And I'm just walking up these steps by myself. I was just like, I was just walking and I was just like looking, just like thinking to myself. I was just like, dude, like I just got here. It's Friday at like 3 o'clock, I think it was. I got to meet these guys. You know, I said some hi to some friends already. You know, it was a good night prior, and I was like, dude, like this, like all my just stress and anxiety and just everything that has happened in the past, since January of this year, I was just so happy. Like, I just wanted to cry. I almost did. I was like, dude, I was walking up the steps. I'm like, dude, I was like, don't fucking cry right now. I was like, don't cry, because I don't want to in this packed convention center in the cosplay, because that'll be a mess, because my face will get all red. But it was, God. If I wasn't in a public setting, I probably would have. But I just felt so happy. I was like, dude, I didn't even get to hold a conversation with these guys because there's people in line. I was like, but just saying hello and them, like, you know, seeing me and, like, just being able to, like, let them know, like, thank you meant so much. Oh, God. It just made me so happy, dude. It made me so happy. And being in fucking cosplay as well, the Cloud cosplay as well, was just so cool. So I will never fucking forget this ever. Acknowledge, literally, Shannon, like, actually, you can literally die with no regrets. Dude, yeah, this was the reason I went to the con still. Like, obviously, I wanted to go and talk, like, meet friends and whatever, but, like, I can hang out with friends at other conventions or not at conventions. So one of the main reasons that I really wanted to go, or, like, had any sort of excitement to go, like, without any stress or any regrets or anything, I was like, dude, I want to fucking go to this panel. Remake and Rebirth, I guess I was going to say change my life. Maybe it's a bit much, but I guess it honestly has. FF7 got, like, cosplayed. I've cosplayed a bunch of FF7 stuff. I've met a fuck ton of friends from FF7. I've played a lot of almost every other Final Fantasy. After, even though 15 was my first FF game, I played 7 Remake. Then I played basically almost all of them afterwards. So that it was kind of like a big part of that. You know, during COVID, I played it. Like I said, like, special moments with friends. Obviously, Rebirth this year. Met a lot of new people from the fucking Rebirth streams and you know, all that, all the new people in the stream. Like, just so much has happened regarding this remake series, which is so weird to me. So I was like, oh, I'm so happy. I did cry yesterday driving home, because it was just, like, for all-encompassing the weekend and just being very happy about it, but I did not cry right afterwards, luckily. But I was very close to, man. I was very close. And so we get to the con, and I quickly rush down to all the VAs. There's Britt Baron, Brianna White, Susie Yoon, John Bentley, Erica Lindbeck, Ben Starr, obviously Jonathan, Nina, Sid's VA was there as well, Max Middleman, Red 13, all lined up. So I get in line for Brianna White, and I got a signed print. I got 2 prints. So I got this one for myself, which was adorable, by the way. I hopefully could get it signed by Susie and Britt eventually. I would have loved to get them all to sign it, but all the lines for the FF people were super long. You obviously had to pay for it. So I could not be dropping $300+ for like all this accumulative, because it was $70 for the 2 prints and for them to both be signed. So it ain't cheap, but hey, that's their livelihood, so I don't give a fuck. I paid for it. So I got to talk to Brianna for a little bit. I said, you know, thank you. I didn't get a picture because I didn't need a picture. I wanted to get this signed specifically. But I got to talk to her for a little bit. She's very nice. Told her once again, just like, thank you. I told her, but, you know, FF7 means a lot to me. Aerith. Yeah, you know, I love Aerith. You do a great job with the voice acting and whatever. But, you know, just let her know I'm very appreciative of what she's done with the character and whatnot. So that was sick. She streams too? Yes, she does. That is pretty cool. It was great. Here it is. Boom. Obviously, I have it. It's very nice, like I said. Once again. So, Brianna had a Cloud and Aerith this print. This is exclusive to Otakon and a con that happened a couple weeks ago, and then another convention that's coming up. And so I saw that, and I was like, damn, I kind of want that. I'm kind of sad I didn't get this one, because that one wasn't exclusive. That was just, like, one of the artists that she got commissioned. So I should have got this one, but... So I got this, and I'll send this to her. It's not mine. But, yeah. You get my point? I know, Yes, I know. But, yeah, that's that. I should have got that one, honestly. But, yeah, those are the 2 prints. I didn't know you were kind and nice, question mark. What the fuck, man? But, yeah, I got it for her because... You know, if I saw, like, a character or someone that was selling an exclusive thing only for that convention, I would have, you know, if someone did that for me, I'd be very appreciative, so. And then we had the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth panel. The big-ass fucking panel. Insane. Like, huge panel. So I was there, and I was like, oh my god, look, Final Fantasy VII, so many blah, 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 right? This is so cool. This had so many goddamn people there. So this had John Bentley, Barrett, which, once again, dude, I want to meet him so bad, dude. I love Barrett. And something, you know, something he said at the panel was very heartwarming. So John Bentley, Susie Yoon, Barrett, Yuffie, that is Max Middleman, Red 13, Eric Lindbeck, Jesse, J. Michael Tatum, I believe, Sid, obviously Britt Baron, Tifa, Brianna White, Aerith. And then this was Chadley's Japanese voice actor, by the way, fucking crazy. Yuffie's Japanese voice actor, Kate Sith's Japanese voice actor, then obviously Endo, Hamaguchi Kitase. Crazy panel. Actually just insane amount of people. Chadley's VA, by the way, sounds in English the same in English as in Japanese. So shout out to the localization team because they sound so similar. Same thing with Yuffie's Japanese voice actor. Sound very similar just from like tone, which is once again like when a game can do that with the characters, I think that's hard to do. So that's crazy that it sounds so similar for both of those characters. Same thing with Kate Sith. So this big panel and they asked questions and whatnot, and they had some questions for each of the characters from the JP side, and they also had Vincent himself, obviously, what's his name? Yeah, Matt Mercer. Yes, Matt Mercer. Thank you. Matt Mercer and Kate Sith's English voice actor both had little videos here to say, hello, Otakon, sorry you couldn't be there. So they weren't there, but they also did have some questions. Brianna White actually said during the panel, like, can we talk about part 3? Because there was a question that they asked her, like, how do you feel about the end of Rebirth and, like, where does Aerith's story go next? And they're like, no, don't talk about it. So, so they probably already started, maybe. And I only highlighted a couple of the things from this because, like, I didn't mean to make it, like, a big thread for it. But then, like, after a couple people started liking and retweeting it and shit, I was like, oh, fuck. Okay, people are seemingly... I tweeted this one out, and I didn't mean to tweet much more afterwards. I was like, fuck. Okay, people kind of want to, like, see more about it. So I kept tweeting a little bit. But I paraphrased a lot of stuff. I didn't talk about everything because, once again, it's not my job. I don't really feel like doing it. But one of the main things that was... amazing. This is what they had on screen. Barrett has seen a ton of development and remake and rebirth from the original. He's a man who tried helping his failing community, but lost his arm, his best friend, and his wife. He then becomes a terrorist and set on the destruction of Shinra. How do you get into character to play Barrett? Are there experiences or themes you bring into the performance to bring Barrett to life? People laughed at them calling him a terrorist. He was like, you don't have to call me a terrorist. It was funny. Beside the point. And this was heartbreaking, by the way, because answered it, which he got like super emotional, literally like right off the bat, that the way he got into character with Barrett is because his dad passed in his arms in 2017. And he kind of like treated, I think he said like his relationship with his dad was kind of similar to Barrett and Dean, I think in some way. And so with the scene of Barrett and Dean, obviously in the game and what happens, you know, having his dad pass in his arms, you know, a while in 2017, like truly like could relate and feel it, and it just, he started crying on stage, obviously, and so he started crying, and you know, that's how we could bring the character, and that's why he wanted to give Barrett, like, make Barrett feel like an actual person rather than just feel like a character. That's him, bro. Like, I'm Barrett. It's real. But it was very sad. He got a standing ovation as well. Everybody stood up in the whole theater. Obviously, all the people up in the front also did stand up. I didn't record it, but there's probably a recording out there somewhere. But it was very sweet. It was very sad. Almost cried. But that was so, God, man. That's so sad. But yeah. Love that man, dude. I gotta meet him. I would fucking meet him, dude. Oh, God. He seems so cool. So, yeah, rest of the panel, they had questions asking about shit. They had, like, how many stamp timelines are there? I didn't raise my hand for this because, like, I don't fucking know. 4? And you had to get it perfectly correct. You had to name the amount of timelines and the fucking name of the stamps. So it was 5, Beagle, whatever, and this was so funny because no one raised their hand. It was, like, actually 2 or 3 people. This is funny, which this got a lot of views, 48K views, which is fucked because people are now, like, upset about it. But that's crazy. Because Schrodinger's Baby Seal also followed me, and he was keeping up with these tweets, so shout out to him. He's cool. FF creator. But then they had more questions. They asked Hamaguchi about, you know, Queen's Blood, and they're going to make a revamped version for the 3rd title, which that's new info, dude. We didn't know it. We assumed to be coming back because they said they heard all the feedback, but, like, this is new, bro. Like, we don't know this, so that's pretty sick. And he was like, yeah, hope we can share more in the near future. He's like, wait, it's got some more info soon, so that's fucking cool. And they kept asking more questions. They asked Britt, like, her favorite thing about Cloud and Tifa, and she was like, this feels loaded. Because obviously they know about the shipping shit that goes on. So she's like, this feels loaded, and laughed, and then she, you know, had a very nice explanation about them, you know, childhood friends and whatever. So that was cool. Obviously, she handled the question very well. It was cool. Just another question. Endo was crying at the end because they were just saying thank you for everybody, like, coming out to the panel. He was like, wow, it's like the support means so much. Like, I didn't realize, like, how many people truly love the game. Or he said, like, it means a lot to me for, you know, all the support and for all these people caring about our game and blah, 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 blah. We'll do the best we can to make the, you know, the part 3 the best we possibly can. So, you know, just... he's emotional about that, which is, it was cute. It was funny because Kitase and Hamaguchi were like patting him on the back and whatever, and Endo was like, I don't really cry that much. Like they don't see me like this that often. And Kitase and Hamaguchi were like yeah, it's a lie. He gets emotional very easily, which was funny because I think Endo's younger, at least when you compare it to Kitase and Hamaguchi, or at least Kitase. So. That was cute. And then I did record some. This video is, I think, the Yuffie one. So they asked Yuffie's VA to sing the little hum that she does in Gongaga. They asked Susie and the Japanese voice actor to do it. So I did record both of those, actually. I didn't put those on Twitter, but it was cute.
I am so bored right out of my brain. If I don't die first, guess I forgot the lyrics.
So she did that, and then the JPVA also did it, which I think she also forgot it because she was humming it. Yeah, but did that. That was pretty much it. I didn't record too much of it because, like, my phone, it was annoying to hold my phone up like this. I didn't also want to be like an ass for the people in the back. That was the majority of that panel. It was really good. How about this? Chat. This print. I saw it and I was like, oh my god, of course. Okay. I saw it and I was like, you know what? This is probably one of the very few Rebirth Costa del Sol prints of, like, Tifa and Aerith that aren't, like, degenerate in their bathing suit. I'm like, this is actually, like, you know, I wouldn't feel embarrassed to have this, So that's why I bought it. It's very cute. Well, okay. Dude, it's like, it's normal. It's normal. They have a bathing suit on. They're just standing there waving. It's cute. I'm going to hold your hand while I say this. It's tasteful bikini. Yes, thank you. What? I know you too well. What do you mean? What do you mean? So I was going to pee after I met everybody. We have the bathroom. Say the bathroom is, like, right here. And so I'm walking, like, here. I'm just walking, like, over here. So I'm walking to the bathroom. The entrance to, like, the restrooms area. There's, like, men's, women's. I'm walking here. and I see Britt Baron, like, not coming out of the bathroom, but she's just, like, over in the section. So I'm walking, and I see someone, I'm like, wait, that person looks familiar. And I turn my head, okay? And I turn my head, I'm like, oh, my God. She was, like, she, like, walked right past me. I was like, wait, that's Tifa's voice actor. And I think she had, like, her bags or something, or she was with somebody. So I think she was just getting done with her signings and was leaving. But I walked literally right next to her, and I was like, fuck. That would have been crazy if I would have also got to say hello to her. Granted, she had, signings. I could have waited in line, but there's just too many people, too many. That would have taken too much time to meet everybody. But that was also pretty funny. I didn't say anything, obviously, because once again, I don't want to be a bother. I don't want to be like, oh my God, look, can I get a picture when she's fucking walking away with her handler with luggage? No, it's just probably gets obnoxious. So, especially since she seemingly was signing shit all day or all morning. But that's it. That's the story. I can't believe it. I can't fucking believe it, dude. Can't fucking believe it. God damn. We also had 800 followers on Twitter. 830, man. Look at that. But there it is, boys. God, dude. So much happened. So much happened.